So here it is. Count me down, because I don't want to spend more than a minute and a half on this. Seriously. Tommy, you know I was at Mommy's service. And you know she looked beautiful in her casket. And you know that you fist fought a loving member of our family, half your age, who was supposed to be somebody, a blood relative, everyone, not my son. My son is in the back, shocked that he's at his grandmother's funeral, studying for a midterm. And I'm going between a closed service, saying hello to people, and also my son wanted me to quiz him so that he gets an A. It's weird how kids are, but he's 20 and it was something. You started a fight over an open casket right there with my mother. Thank God we were at a civilized funeral home. And the man of the funeral home blocked so Mommy wouldn't fall out and there'd be a catastrophe. You should know better at 53. And for all of you all who wonder why I said on that day, I appreciated my ex-husband more than I could ever appreciate my brother, it's because my ex-husband was invited to be there. I went to my father. My mother and I had talked about this a long time ago. You know, when you're 86 years old, it doesn't just happen. You know, it's a slow process. And for me, I'm the daughter or family member or whoever who would talk to my mom about anything, and I would ask her, you know, how do you want to look? My mother was wearing a beautiful cheetah print dress that my father got for dirt cheap at Neiman Marcus, and it was her barometer dress. It still had the tag on it. That was 1 minute and 30 seconds? Okay. Anyway, and she had on the right lipstick, a particular pink she wanted to wear. She looked gorgeous. They gave her tan because all she did was want to bake in the sun. She was a sun girl. And you fought with our family member. And my ex-husband came back to my son and I, and he said, I know it's not my place. By the way, he smelled really good and was Dior up and down. That was that. No, we're not getting back together. Follow what I'm saying to you. My son and I are sitting here studying. I'm trying to ignore what's going on over there, looking to make sure that my father's okay. My sister was kind of handling everything, and I was removed. And Big Kev said, I need to break this up. This is not right. Your mother wouldn't, this is not right. And I said, Kevin, what do you think, to my son? He said, Mommy, everybody's here is old, so nobody is getting up to fight. And so I said, all right, Kevin, you do this, but please don't throw fists and stuff, because you will be the one blamed. And me and your son will go to court and defend you all the way to the end, because we see, do you understand the difference between, he will always be my ex-husband, but in the name of what was right, and we gave a low-key woe hunter, all three of our hands like this, and he walked up to the front and separated my brother and this young family member who was very confused being a young man, and moved it all out there to the lobby. Still heard the screaming. The funeral home turned up the music a little bit. Daddy was fine. We went on with the rest of the day. Before going back to my sister's for the collard greens and the good food that you do after a service, I said to my son, I said, you know, your dad is really something else. I don't want to mislead you or guide you into thinking that we're getting, he said, Mom, I know. I said, you want to just, the three of us, go out and grab something to eat and also bring stuff over to Aunt Wanda's? Do you want to just like change the mood and celebrate family and find it in our hearts to kind of not forgive, but move on in the name of the service and Papa and the rest of us? And my son said, yeah. And that's why we went out to eat afterwards, the three of us. He had the double R.
What's up, Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Let's get into this situation. Let's talk about Wendy Williams and her brother. It is going down between Tommy Williams and Miss Wendy Williams herself. But Wendy Williams made sure she gave her ex-husband Kevin Hunter, aka Kelvin Hunter, props for being supportive, being there for her, standing by her, standing next to her, coddling her and helping her. Too bad he couldn't do that shit through the marriage. Too bad he wasn't there for her like that the marriage. But anyways, they are done. It's over with in that type of relationship. But the way Wendy talks about Kevin Hunter, it's like she's missing out, and she wants to get with him. And also, it seems like she's trying to send shots at Sharina Hudson to make her jealous. I don't know what the case is. But in any event, Wendy Williams says her ex-husband Kevin Hunter was there. He stopped the altercation between her brother and a family member, and Wendy Williams is saying her brother is off the chain. He is off the hook. He was fighting at the funeral. What kind of ghetto nonsense ish is my brother doing at my mom's funeral while her body is open in a casket, and he's sitting there doing that? And Wendy said, her services. She went to her mother's services. She didn't say funeral. She said services. So, Wendy, did you go to your mother's funeral, or did you go to her wake service or her wake ceremony? Which one is it? Let's get the story straight. We know Tommy was out here fighting and Blase in the third, but did you go to the funeral, or did you go to the wake service, or did you attend both? You should have attended both, in my opinion. That's just me. But in any event, Wendy Williams is not here for her brother whatsoever. She's not here for him and anything that he got to say about her. She's not here for her brother Tommy Williams. And she said yesterday that, listen, I got so much receipts on you, we can fill up this whole studio, and there still will be receipts lining up the block, so don't get it started. So basically, Wendy Williams is telling her brother he better back up, he better watch out what he's doing, and she's not about that ish, and she doesn't like that her brother and what he's saying about her is affecting her business by the way of when she is, on YouTube and she's looking on her page and she's seeing comments of people coming for her and basically asking her, like, what's going on between, you and your brother? Look out for your brother. Your brother's talking ish on you. You better watch your brother's back. Oh, Wendy, I can't believe you didn't attend your mother's funeral. So Wendy Williams is like feeling a certain type of way, like, what are you doing? So now she had to get on TV and she addressed the situation, and she addressed what's going on air yesterday, and she addressed it on air today. She goes, I was just searching to see what people had to say about last week's show or the dress or the guests we had. We do have a nice production here, Wendy Williams said. I am minding my own wendyshow.com business, and I am seeing a lot of comments about your brother doesn't like you, or you better watch your brother because your brother is on one, or Wendy, I can't believe you didn't, attend your mother's funeral. So Wendy Williams is feeling a certain type of way. She's like, what is going on? What is happening? And she wants to get down direct to the situation. And she addressed her brother on national TV. She didn't address him on a phone call. Why can't she call her brother and have a conversation with him? Why ain't they talking? The brother's upset with Wendy for not attending the mom's funeral. Why didn't the brother call Wendy Williams up to let her know that, he missed her at the funeral? So what's going on with that situation? Like, oh Lord, it's a whole bunch going on with, Wendy Williams and her brothers, and her brother. Wendy Williams looked directly into the camera, and Wendy basically spoke. She spoke out, and she was very direct to her brother. Tommy, let me tell you something right now. All you are is my brother. Oh shit. Wendy Williams said, all you are is my brother. Like, damn, you ain't nothing else but my brother. We are connected by name and birth only, by having the same birth parents. Other than that, we are nothing. You are just my brother, and that's all you will be. Like, damn. Oh Lord, Wendy was just like, you just my brother. When she said you are just my brother, like, what? I was like, what's going on with that situation? She said, all you are is my brother. I was like, damn. When she said, all you are is my brother, that means like you're not a friend. We're not in a loving, brother and sister relationship. We're not close. All you are is my brother. I was like, damn. Then Wendy said, you better stop talking the way you're talking, because now it's dripping into my comment page. So basically, she's saying everything that you out here doing on YouTube is dripping into my comment page, and I don't appreciate that whatsoever. I was just like, Lord have mercy. Wendy is feeling a certain type of way. And then Wendy continues to go on. She goes, he's pegging me. He's pegging me to be a person I am not, honey. You don't want me to stop pegging you to be the person that you are with full-blown receipts. Full-blown. What she saying? He got full-blown sickness. He got full-blown issues. He got full-blown problems. He got full-blown addiction. What's going on? She was like full-blown. And when you say full-blown, you know, that's really something that the other person can understand. So Mr. Tommy Williams, knowing she said full-blown receipts, I could feel the audience with these receipts, and the leftovers can go around the block. I was like, damn. She goes, you are my brother, let's keep it that way. She said, you are my brother, let's keep it that way, because if not, I would drag you in these streets and make you look bad on these streets. I would get on this TV show and drag you. I'll get on YouTube and drag you. I'll tell all your business. So if you my brother, you better keep it that way before I spill all the beans and the receipts of who you are, where you came from, how you get down, and what person that you're about. Because Wendy's basically saying everybody knows my shit, but there's some things that people don't know about Wendy that her brother does know. So this would be a full-on brother and sister battle with the receipts, baby. Because he's been watching Wendy for years, so he knows how to throw out them receipts too as well. So this is going to be one of them situations where, you hope that everything goes well. You hope, that they let the situation go and keep moving, because it's going to be some crying. Wendy already cried today on TV because she's shocked. She's disappointed in her brother. She doesn't understand why he's trying to hurt her. I don't know why he's trying to hurt her. Only he knows and she knows what the deal is. But Wendy Williams says, you are my brother. Let's keep it that way. If you want to talk on the internet, then you talk about the things that you think you know about yourself. You don't want to talk about things I know about you for sure. So basically, Wendy Williams is saying, talk about the things that you do know. Talk about the things that you think that are important to you, that you know about yourself. But don't get me to talking about you, because if I start talking about you, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be low down. It's going to be dirty. And if you ever saw me drag somebody before, it ain't going to be the way I'm going to drag you. I'm going to drag you intensely, because you are my brother and you're supposed to know better. Ooh! And then you got to fight at the funeral. Wendy is ready to get up in that ass. I was like, Lord, Wendy's about to come out. Wendy will ignore people, but she ain't going to ignore her brother, because this is siblings going at it, baby. Ooh, wee. Lord have mercy. She said, you better talk about the things that you do know. I was like, Lord. And then Wendy goes, by the way, do you like my dress? So Wendy ain't playing with the situation. Wendy is here for the ish. She's here for the bullshit, and she'll go there, with her brother. But, Wendy Williams' brother, he has something to say too as well, because he feels hurt. He feels betrayed that Wendy Williams did not come to their mother's funeral. So, Wendy said that she came to the service. She didn't say funeral, but Wendy Williams did say that, she wanted her manager to come to, the funeral with her. Her manager, I think his name is Barry, but Barry or her manager said that I can't come with you. You're going to have to attend. You have to do this one alone. You're going to have to do this solo dolo, baby. So she said funeral when she asked her manager to come to her mom's funeral with her. But then, she says services when she began today's episode of the Wendy Williams show addressing her brother. She said services. I don't know why she didn't say funeral, but she said services. So if services is good for you, that it's a funeral and the awake, then you let me know. But in any event, before Wendy Williams went off today, her brother Tommy addressed the situation and says, why did not you go to the funeral? Why couldn't you call daddy and let him know? So basically, Wendy Williams' brother is saying that Wendy did not attend the funeral and you didn't even tell daddy. Now, if that's true, that's low down, that's dirty, that's selfish. I don't care if her brother got into 15,000 fights. I don't care if everybody at the funeral services or the wake service or whatever you can't stand, you got beef with or whatever. You're supposed to stand tall and stand right there by your mother, because she was there to the day that you was born, and she would continue to be by your side, and you should should have made sure that they locked that casket up. You put the things in that casket you wanted to be put in that casket and say, lock it up and keep it moving. You were supposed to be there for your mother, because your mother and your father, I'm pretty sure they endured some embarrassing moments, some shocking moments, and some heartbreaks just listening to your life story and things that you've been through, that your parents been through the things with you, or they found out about it and they might have been embarrassed by the things that you said, the way that you talk, but they still hold you down, will still be there even though you took care of them. No matter what, you were supposed to be there for your mom's funeral. I don't give a damn about any type of fighting, any type of thing going on. Your mother's funeral is supposed to be there for the, if you don't go to the wake service, you gotta be at the funeral. And if you go to the wake service, you gotta be at the funeral, unless you ain't fair. If your mother passed away, you ain't gonna go. That's low down and dirty. All the shit that you've been through, all the shit that you don't talk, all the shit you talk about people being strong, this and that, all the advice you get, you gonna tell me that you gonna turn around and not go to your mother's funeral? Do you know how devastating that is for your father, for your brother? Evidently, if it's true, it's devastating for your brother, because he's out here spilling the beans on you, not attending the funeral, and telling you how he feels about the situation. Now he's going through his grief process as coming after you, because he probably would have been just grieving about his mother passing, remembering the funeral, but then, you know, he can't remember the funeral completely because Wendy wasn't there. The father can't remember the funeral completely because Wendy wasn't there, allegedly. But also, you already know Tommy Williams is out there strapping. And so basically Tommy says that Wendy Williams came down south. She came to Florida, you know, the crack of dawn and of the awake, and basically, you know, told us that she would have to race back and go back to New York to handle business, and she wasn't going to be in town for the viewing. And so basically Wendy Williams didn't give her father or her brother or her family, you know, the ones that are close to the father, you know, what she was going to be doing, just the father and the brother. So we understand why she didn't tell the brother shit, but why didn't you tell the father shit? Allegedly, because Wendy said this is not true. She attended services, but we don't know which service. Did she attend both services or one services? You know, so it is what it is. So the brother goes, we did not even know. He did not even know. Your father didn't even know that you weren't going to be in town for the funeral, and you are out eating lunch with your ex and your son. So basically the brother is saying that Wendy Williams didn't attend the funeral, but she was out there having lunch with her, you know, ex, with Kelvin Hunter. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. This situation is sad. It's trivial, but when you going through grief and you going through pain, that shit hurts. And her brother's feeling a certain type of way, if it's true. But if her brother Tommy is lying, that is some low down dirty shit. If he's lying that Wendy didn't attend the funeral, that is dirty. When you talk about, you know, people chasing clout, if Wendy Williams' brother Tommy is lying, yo, that is dirty. That would be real dirty, brother. That would be real dirty if you lied that Wendy didn't attend her mother's funeral and she did. Like, what's going on? The fighting part, people fight at funerals. Shit. People fight at funerals and weddings. That shit just happened because you be going through so much emotion and so much pain, and sometimes you just can't let the shit go. You be going through grief, and you see somebody that did something wrong to somebody that's in the casket that you love, you might just turn up on them straight up and down. It just be what it be. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. What do you think about Wendy's brother? You know, like, this shit is crazy. And Wendy falling all over Kelvin Hunter, giving him all types of compliments. Like, damn, he's supposed to do that shit. You know, Wendy, you took care of this man for many, many years. He had his cake and ate it too for so many years. He cheated on you when you was pregnant. He was been cheating on you. He been doing this. He's been living good off of you, even though he did his part too as well. He was supposed to do that shit. You don't need to give him, you know, a walk of ovations and give him props because Kelvin Hunter, you know, came to your mom's funeral and he broke up a fight. He's supposed to do something. Shit, the way that you've been eating mud and dirt for almost 2 years with this divorce with Kelvin Hunter, like, miss me with that shit. Like, you praising him for some shit that a real man's supposed to already do. Like, for real. Peace. I'm out. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples.